Well, Happy New Year, Daisy. It's 2021. Look at you. You got your nice little outfit on. Oh, you're just waking up. You got a hangover. What are we going to do today? What are we going to do? We're going to go sign up for an estate sale. I think people are going to be excited because we haven't gone out for one for a while. So why don't we see what we could get on that list, what number we could get, and then go find some treasures. Oh yeah, Miss Primetime just reminded me, it's your birthday today. So everybody be sure to say happy birthday to Daisy in the comment section. She's 3 years old today. Happy birthday, girl. All right, well, here's a sneak peek of the house. I got here a half an hour early, and I got number 16 on the list. But we already started off 2021 with a bunch of drama. Let me tell you about that in just a moment. So I'm sitting here in the car after I signed up, and all of a sudden, I hear someone yell out, "F you!" I'm like, what the heck is that? At first I thought it was a joke, but then I'm like, that's a weird way to joke, at an estate sale sign up. So the next thing I hear is, "I'm going to call the effing police." And I'm like, what is going on? So I eventually get out of my car, start looking around, and I see these two guys. They're just screaming at each other and they're cursing at each other. And so I saw some people who I knew who were still hanging around the driveway, and I went over there and I asked them what was going on. And they told me that one guy got really upset because he didn't get the number that he thought he was going to get. He got two numbers down below it. So basically what happens is you sign up on a pre-list, and then if you're still around when it's time to do the official estate sale sign up, then they call your names out and you get to go on the official second list. And that's the one that counts. What's on that first list is never really 100% guarantee. So, and sometimes that happens because, like in this instance, multiple people wrote their name on the same line on the pre-list. So that affected things. And, it's just so stupid to get into a big giant fight and argument about it, especially if you're somebody like this guy who's yelling and screaming and cursing, who is new and none of us have seen before. And so, we're all, regulars. A lot of the people, especially people that come for a pre-sign up. So this is a reminder and a warning for people who are brand new to estate sales. Do not go there and make a commotion and a big argument about something, because what's going to happen is he's going to show up tomorrow, maybe, if he does, if he's not completely embarrassed about how he behaved. And, people are going to say, that's the guy. That's the guy who, started yelling, screaming, and cursing and getting mad about what number he was on. And they won't let him into the sale. So it's just not worth it. If you're 2 down or 1 down or 3 down, I've shown you so many times, doesn't matter if you're last in, you could still find stuff. So don't get all caught up about that little petty stuff. Just go have fun. And now we're going to get back to Primetime Treasure headquarters and come back tomorrow and find some treasures in there. All right, well, we're back here at PTHQ. I'm hanging out with Daisy, the birthday girl. Gonna do some listings right now and just kick back and relax, and then head out tomorrow for that estate sale. So what do you think, Daisy? You gonna help me with some listings? All right, let's get going. All right, so I won't show you all the things I'm gonna list today, but just to give you an example of some of the stuff I'm doing. This is something I found a while ago in a estate sale. It was actually in one of my older videos that I did. Look out for these. These are cardboard tubs. This is what they would put the chips in back in the day, and pretzels. Like I've got a Snyder's of Hanover pretzel one that's posted right now. Terrell's, this is a brand here in central New York, so a lot of Syracuse fans like Emily Conway and Crispy Toys and Enrique Blanco, all those folks from around here will know what this is. So they don't make them in these anymore. So this is like a nice nostalgia piece. Nice double-sided lid there that both sides removed. So it's pretty cool. And then this is something new that I'm doing, which is, I don't think I'm gonna make a habit of it, but my neighbor knows that I resell. And they got this as a gift and they have no use for it. They don't want it. So they don't have anything into it. They know that I resell. So they were like, hey, listen, why don't you just take this? You could sell it and then, just we'll split it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to list this, put it on Facebook Marketplace. It'll be a 50-50 split. And just so you have a closer view of it, it's a beer growler cooling system. All right, it's the next day and I'm set out to go over to the estate sale. We've got a little bit of freezing rain coming down here, so that's always good because that'll at least keep a few people in bed, which means less competition for me. All right, so headed straight down the stairs as usual. The guy who caused all the drama yesterday did not show up to the estate sale, so no more drama from him. If you look straight across there, you see a black cat on top, and that's where I decided to walk over first because I saw the bookshelf area. And I love looking through bookshelves because that's where I find a lot of hidden treasures, sometimes within these little binders or between the books or binders. This is a good example right here, this 1978 crochet tablecloth book. Now, it might not be worth a ton of money individually, but these are the types of things that you could gather up and build into little lots over the course of your sourcing adventures and then sell them off that way. This here is the black cat I was mentioning. It looks like a handmade plush, and so for only $1, that's an easy decision. Anything Halloween like that, I'd love to pick up, and I'll list it more towards Halloween time. Now, these records are a great example of something that tends to easily get hidden. Even the estate sale dealers didn't realize that they were there. When I went to check out and when I talked to the person who was monitoring things in the basement. These are all Japanese import records. And this one here, actually the first two, it's Migetsu Akagiyama, very popular over in Japan. Every single one of these records that you see is not currently available on any U.S. market website like Amazon or anything like that. Even in Amazon Japan, they're all sold out. The question is, what are they going to go for? I'm not entirely sure yet. I've seen some Japanese import records go for $60 or so, but those weren't these specific ones. So I'm not sure. They're cool. I guess Columbia Records from Japan even has the original paper strips on them and everything. It's really cool. They don't have any English on them, but sometimes you could open up and look at the record and it'll have an English translation, but not always. So if anyone who, is watching this knows anything about them, let me know in the comments. Another Halloween plush. Whee! They love when I drop them down into there, only $1. And here's another one here. Always look on walls. A lot of people just walk right past this, and this one was only $2, so I picked him up too. He wanted to be dropped in there, so we'll give him a little ride in there. You want a little ride in there, buddy? Yep, you do? Whee! There he goes. This is another one. So now we got like 3 Halloween plush type of items. So then I walked into another room, and on the bottom of those magazines, you could see there was this old comic-based book. It's not really a comic book per se in the traditional sense, but anything that's vintage like this is another 1970s book. Again, it's not worth much individually, probably like $8 or so, but I just pick it up. They didn't even factor it in when I went to check out, so I just put it in a big lot. I would have loved to grab that Stagecoach piece. We're still in the basement, but that one was already sold. Then there was a throw over here, and I would have picked it up if the price was right and if it was earlier in the year, but it was $10, and you've seen me get them for like $2 at other sales. Plus, it was very Christmassy, so I decided to avoid it since we're past Christmas at this point. Looking around, trying to see if there's any other things. This is amazing. This one was only $12. And it looks like there's 2 price tags on there, but you have to be careful. I had explained to the person running the sale that they had the wrong piece inside the box there. And so the one on top that had a separate price actually went to that. So we just combined them together and got it for $12. Look at the comps for this thing. If it's new, $400. If it's not brand new, it's about, you get like around $150 out of it. So I picked that up for $12. That's probably my best score of the day individually, but I'm excited about those Japanese records. This Japanese doll, like paper doll, I was excited about as well. Grabbed it for just a few bucks. Excuse me, Mr. Primetime. Yes, I'm trying to do a voiceover here. Please don't throw me down. Drop me straight down like you did the others, because I'm not three-dimensional. Just lay me on my back. Just throw me on my back. All right, is that good? Yeah. All right. Anyways, move on. So this is also in the kitchen area. I love anything with Ford. Many of you have seen me wear my Ford shirts before, and these are Ford cards in the metal tin. Picked them up for $3. They sell for between 15 and 20 as long as they're complete. This is another great find. This is a room where there's a lot of tools. It's the garage, but look there. You see it says Oscar. This cooler is amazing. Now, you have to be careful because there's one called Little Oscar, actually LIL Oscar. It's not worth that much. But this one here, and this is off season, sells for around $80. So this one's the big one. Look inside, you're going to see a little bit of dirt and grime, some little black and yellow areas. Don't worry about that. You could just scrape that stuff right out of there, wash it out, and everything will be nice and fine. These are the skeletons I referred to in the thumbnail, the skeleton heads. They're just sitting there in the garage, $1 a piece. Carl Bach will love them. I needed a way to carry them around, so I put them inside the cooler. And, I started to feel like a serial killer or something walking around the estate sale, and everyone was laughing with me and my skeleton heads inside of the cooler. But, I needed a way to move around with them efficiently because I'm, acquiring a lot of stuff here as we're going along, some big and bulky things. This helmet was really cool. This is why I have to look up high. So this is an advantage of me being tall, 6'6". I could, look up there, see these things. The American flag really jumped out. Look for the DOT label on the back of the helmets, Department of Transportation. That really helps. People look for that sticker on there, and it helps sell it. It has the chin strap on it, and everything inside and the interior looked nice, cushy kind of leather inside of there. It looked like it would be comfortable. So I picked that one up, and you could see how I'm layering things inside my box there. I have two boxes nested within one another. I'll put some things to the side like the records, and then I laid the VCR player up top and the paper doll there because she's too big to actually go inside the box, and then the cooler on top, and just walk around with it that way. There were some other helmets on top, but they were very just kind of plain and nondescript, and as you could see, there's damage inside with masking tape on it, and so it just didn't appeal to me, so I just left it. So I went upstairs and I found this throw for only $6. And so I decided to pick this one up because you could see it's just really anything with animals. It's really big. It's got the puppy dogs on it. It's nice and clean. Smells good. I'll clean it again though. I just put everything through the wash just to make sure it's nice and fresh. And it's double-sided, so I picked that one up. Excited about that. Then this is just a little tip for people, just to make sure you're looking for anything that you could describe as an ugly Christmas sweater. That's how you would describe it. They usually have these big gaudy kind of diamonds and stuff on it, and these bright colors, and that's classic for one. Like, don't worry really about the label. That's a large, so I picked that one up for $2. Then this box, I love going through these little boxes, little treasure hunt. Sega instruction manual. I already listed that for $20. And then there's these stickers. I only showed you two here, but if you open it up, I actually listed that as well. Those are decals. I listed those for $20 also. Remote controls. Go through remote control boxes. It's the beginning of the year, so I update all my batteries with fresh batteries, and I go and test them. And if you press the button, when you put the battery in, you shine it through your phone like that. When you press it, you see that flicker. That tells you it works. You can't tell that to the naked eye. So if you're not looking through your phone, you wouldn't see this purple right here on this other remote. So I picked these remotes up. They go for between $15 and $25, and just test them out. As you can see here, I'm showing you some recent sold prices, and this Insignia one actually trends more towards a 30. It's even sold for as high as 35. Okay, I checked out, and as you can see here, I've got everything loaded into the Primetime Treasure Mobile, and the grand total came to $53. So that is not bad for all the stuff that I got here. I'm really excited to start working on this stuff, processing it, and getting it listed. Although I'll probably wait until the weather warms because I think that will increase the value of this. Now, there's supposed to be 2 sheds as well that I didn't even look at yet. And so I decided to just come back here, just dump everything into the Primetime Treasure Mobile, and now go back into the shed area and see if we could find anything. So who knows? I don't know what's in there. I haven't even looked, but let's go back there. All right, so we're in the backyard, and this is an often neglected area of estate sale sourcing. A lot of people don't even think to go and look behind the house, but you know, if there's sheds back there, if there's stuff out there, there might be stuff that you could find. You know, it's a hit or miss thing. You know, this shed is the bigger one, so I started off with this one, and as you can see here, it's really just a bunch of, you know, planting stuff, garden stuff, you know, some big oversized tools, but, you know, nothing that, you know, really drew my attention that looked like it had any, you know, significant resale value. So, you know, that was easy to pretty much just size up and walk out of there and go over to this smaller plastic shed here. And, you know, it was not well insulated. And so the stuff in here that was stored really got damaged pretty badly. So that's one of the things to consider if you're thinking of buying a shed. I've done a bunch of videos on sheds. You know, I have my own as well, but it's really nice and well insulated. And so, you know, stuff does not get damaged like you'll see here. Like this, you know, book is all warped. You could see here what, you know, happened to, you know, some of this paper material. It's just all just moldy and wrinkly, and the magazine is shot, and it's just all worthless because of all the damage from how it was stored. You know, even these pieces here, these are things that you might look at in terms of sourcing, like these Nordica, you know, ski boots. You know, I don't mind the dirt. I always say look past the dirt and grime, but as you can see here, this like color fading inside of the boots here, that stuff you can't really fix, and you know, had like a mold smell inside of it and stuff. Yeah, this is another good example. These I normally would look at, and these Mission, you know, like rollerblade, hockey blade things, and I would, you know, clean them up. You know, so you could see even there's, you know, dirt underneath there. You know, it'd be a little bit of work, but what you can't clean up and you can't fix is all this damage to the inside of the boot there. So you know, I just left these behind as well. It's just too far gone. Hey Daisy, we're back. We're back. The mail lady just came and she brought some little treats for you. You break them up in little pieces. Let's see, can we get you to twirl around today? Whoa, look at that, look at that, the full twirl. Whoa, look at that. Good job, Daisy. All right, everyone. Well, that was a lot of fun, especially seeing Daisy do that little trick. But going out and getting all those treasures today, it really felt fun to just get back into thick of things, start off a new year with a nice estate sale like that, and find all those great treasures. So I hope you got something out of the little tips and stuff that I passed along the way to you. And if you have anything that you also want to share, make sure that you put those down below in the comments. Remember, it's a new year, so I'm expecting that the wall of fame of postcards is going to continue to increase and grow. So if you know me and you want to send me one, many of you already know my address, but if you need it, just get in touch with me. And if I know you, I will share it, and we will add your postcard here to the wall of fame. Programming note, and this is towards the end of the month, January 31st at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am doing my first members only live show. That's for the Primetime Platinum and Priority members. And so if you're interested in that or in the Primetimer membership, you could just join that below at the link, or just click the join button to learn about the exclusive perks. We're almost up to 50 members, and I'm just going to keep increasing things for people who are members, perks and giveaways and things like that, as it keeps growing. So thanks to all of you for your support, whether you are a member or not. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you at the next one, everyone. Take care.